What is up, YouTubes? We are checking out the spoilers for Monday, September 10th, and we're just going to give our initial reactions to it. We're going to walk through the cards, talk about them, and just share my initial thoughts on all of them. So, let's get into it. Here we are, Scryfall, Guilds of Ravnica, ongoing spoilers. Whew, God, I love spoiler season. So much fun seeing all these new cards. Okay, what's up first? Izoni, Thousand Eyed. For 2 black, and 2 green, you get a 2/3. That's kind of underwhelming. But has undergrowth. What do you do when it enters the battlefield? Create a 1/1 black and green insect creature token for each creature card in your graveyard. That's pretty sweet that it's enter the battlefield, so you can blink it and stuff. I don't know how often we'll have that opportunity in limited, but this could be a sweet brawl commander. Yeah, commander. I'm sure you can make it work. I mean, you make anything work in commander, but brawl especially. I'm wondering if we can make some cool brawl stuff happen with her. And then the other ability is for a black and green. We can sacrifice another creature, gain 1 life, and draw a card. So in limited, she's going to be awesome because everything about limited is benefited by you drawing cards. Everyone likes drawing cards in limited. Going wide is awesome. Having the option to then shrink your ranks a little bit but gain life and draw cards. Yeah, that's got black and green written all over it. Nice card. Okay. Next up, March of the Multitudes. So for green, 2 white, and X... feeling like a Selesnya card. It's a mythic rare. Okay. Instant convoke. Yes. Oh, wow. So you can convoke it. Okay. Create X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink. Okay, so the soldier tokens are all going to have lifelink in this set, I assume. For a mythic and limited, it works. Especially with convoke. Yeah, this would be a sweet card to have. Because you, even in the quick spoilers we've seen leading up to today, what was it, like through September 4th that I've looked at them? The Convoke ability seems to be pretty solid, and they seem to be giving us some nice options to get wide quick. So this card, I think, is worth the mythic rare, especially in limited. Yeah, there's no way this card could be rare, because then you end up with possibly 2 or even 3 in a draft. That's crazy talk. Okay, yeah, I'm excited to play with this card. This is making Selesnya, which I thought Convoke was kind of middle of the pack. You got sweet cards like this, that's pretty awesome. Alright, next up, Bounty Agent. For 1 and a white, you get a 2/2 with Vigilance. You can tap it, sacrifice it, destroy target legendary permanent that's an artifact, creature, or enchantment. Wow. So she's a bounty agent. She says, hey, show me the person that you got something against, and I will literally take them out, even if it costs... Lately, I've seen the biggest bounties of my career, and for the biggest names. I can dig it. Alright. And that's the second card of the set. Ooh, so there's one other. Will we see it today? Alright, Dimir Informant. Dimir, that's probably the set that I'm looking to play with the most. Because Surveil just seems stupid good. 2 and a blue for a 1/4. Enters battlefield, Surveil 2. So this seems pretty good. I mean, that's what Surveil's probably trying to do, is muddy up the board a little bit so that you can get your big spells. A 1/4 is going to do that for you. And the fact that you get to Surveil 2, it's kind of like... what, Omen Speaker. I was a big fan of Omen Speaker. I thought it was super good in M19. This is... I don't want to say it's slightly worse, because I think Scry 2 is weaker than Surveil 2, especially with all the synergies that Guilds of Ravnica is looking like it's going to have. And the fact that it's a 1/4, sometimes that 4 power is even harder to get to. Depending on... yeah, so let's assume our opponents on 3 mana, are they going to get a 4 power creature out there? Not likely. Turn 4, are they going to get it? Turn 5? So this is definitely going to buy you some turns. And the Surveil 2 gets you into your deck. Yeah, that's it. At common, that's going to be making into just about every blue deck, I imagine. Alright, moving along. Whisper Agent. For 1, and then either blue or black, and then again blue or black, you get a 3/2 human rogue with flash, that when it enters the battlefield, Surveil 1. So I don't know... ooh, I do like that they're doing the border where it's half and half. I like that. I like it. Will the flash have any real interaction with the Surveil, or is it kind of just a bonus that this is essentially a better hired blade? Right now it's just looking like a much better hired blade, really, because you have the option... I guess you do need 2 colors of mana, so you can't have... no, I mean, yeah, you're fine with the mana. That's not really an issue. The fact that you can flash in a 3/2 and it gets you to Surveil 1, yeah, again, really solid card that you're probably pretty happy to play in just about any deck that you're rocking the Surveil with. Big fan. Alright. Sunhome Stalwart. Sonome Stalwart. 1 and a white for a 2/2 first striking mentor. Gut reaction. A 2/2 with Mentor just makes me think, what is it going to mentor in the Mentor deck? Because every card we've seen thus far that has Mentor has high power. And you can't mentor something unless it has lesser power. The first strike's pretty good, though. A 2/2 first strike for 2. I mean, this is reminiscent of the Knight of Malice, Knight of Grace, even though it doesn't have the slight hexproof. A 2/2 first strike is really difficult to deal with. In limited, especially. If you get this thing down turn 2, you can do some damage. Now, if you run into our annoying Dimir Informant, that's a 1/4. Yeah, you might have some issues, but the Mentor abilities, it just keeps kind of slipping down that ladder of what I'm most excited to play with. Hopefully these other cards will save it. All right, Fresh-Faced Recruit. Is that really the name, Fresh-Faced? I get that it means like green behind the ears and they're the newbie, but Fresh-Faced. That's a... Can't say I'm sold on the name. All right, 1 in either a red or white. You get a 2/1 as long as it's your turn. Fresh-Faced Recruit has first strike. Hold on to your ideals. They'll be tested more than your armor or the edge of your blade. Thumbs up. All right, next up, Chromatic Lantern. What up? For 3, lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color, and then you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Hey, mana fixing. If you need it in limited, which you definitely might need, this is an awesome reprint that any Commander player and or Brawl players can be pretty happy to be thrown in their deck. Ooh, who's Joda? Joda, is that the Dominaria card? Oh yeah, we got that as one of our promo cards. So if I can get a Chromatic Lantern, I might be looking to make some nice Brawl decks. Maybe y'all don't like Brawl, but sets like this, which we already have one cool legendary creature, you can start doing them Brawl shenanigans. Alright, Samala Woodshaper. For 2 green and white, you get a 2/1. So 4 mana for a 2/1. We gotta have a good ability with that. I'm liking that there's a lot of elves in this set. Another elf druid. When Samala Woodshaper enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or enchantment card from among them and put it into your hand. I mean, it's nice that it gets you into your deck, that you can find a creature or enchantment. That could really be a big deal, but a 2/1 for 4 mana that has the potential to whiff with its ability feels... Yeah, I'm not sold. Like, this is going to be a borderline playable. I don't think it's a guaranteed, especially in Selesnya when we're looking at a lot of spells that we're hoping to have at turn 4+, that utilize Convoke better, that give us fancier stuff. Like, if this got us something that... I guess we haven't seen all the cards, right? But I'm guessing if we're going wide, it's going to be creature cards, which she can't help us get, or some type of sorcery instant, similar to Call the Cavalry or whatever. And there's nothing worse feeling in a limited game than when you do something like this, check out the first X cards of your library, you whiff, or you see a card that you can take, but the card you really want to win this game is now getting put on the bottom of your library. That's always a hesitation I have. The artwork's pretty sweet, though. And then, what is this Is-It card? Hypothesizzle. Hypothesizzle. Alright, so there's 2 cards which the names leave something to be desired for me. Hypothesizzle. I don't know what the pronunciation of this should be, but it's for 3, a blue and a red. We instant speed. Okay, I'm listening. Draw 2 cards, then you may discard a non-land card. When you do, it deals 4 damage to target creature. So 5 mana, ideal situation, you pay 5 mana, you draw 2 cards. You then discard something hopefully with Jumpstart because it can't be a land card. I guess no, you can only discard a non-land card. Then you may, if you do discard, basically kill a creature. So you get a Divination combined with not quite a little bit better than a Lightning Strike if you discard a card. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some more. We're gonna have to get Numbers Guy involved and see how slow we think this format would be, because it is nice that the fact that it's an instant definitely makes it in the playable range. I'm just wondering if this is gonna be one of those commons that you're snatching ASAP, or if it's a filler. Right now it feels like in limited, especially in the blue-red deck, you're gonna want this card. Drawing cards and removal combined in one, that also potentially gets you the option to have something jump started in your graveyard, or if you're splashing the 3rd, whatever, a second guild, a third color, and you're utilizing some more graveyard shenanigans. Yeah, this, even though the name is a little ridiculous, in a way I like it, because this feels like they're going crazy, just like the art looks like it's going crazy. But man, that is... yeah, it's an interesting card. I think it's definitely going to be a good card. I think it's definitely going to be a good card. Maybe I have to wait and see. But right now my gut reaction is it's going to be a good card. Nailed it. Goblin Electromancer. Hey, what's up, reprint from the first duel deck I ever bought for me and the lady friend to play. I like this card a lot, Goblin Electromancer. For a blue and a red, you get a 2/2 that makes all your instants and sorceries cost 1 less to cast. Yeah, how is that not good in limited? It's looking strong. You got this card out, now this only costs 4. Now you're like Value Town, man. Alright, what's up next? Assassin's Trophy. For a black and a green, you get an instant speed. Destroy target permanent an opponent controls. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle their library. Did I read that right? Destroy target permanent an opponent... so, instant speed, unconditional removal. That replaces itself with a basic land. Yeah, that seems stupid good. At rare? Wow. I mean, for limited, I'm just thinking that's a phenomenal card. But even in constructed, to have unconditional removal for 2 mana? Okay, then. A power vacuum for the Azorius. A keepsake for Vraska. Oh. Assassin's Trophy. Man, that's... like, it may not be... no, that's first pick. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's a sweet card. Okay, Dream Eater for 4 and 2 blue. Ooh, I'm already excited. Look at that artwork. Look at this thing. Okay. Okay. Take a chill pill. Creature, Nightmare Sphinx, flash, flying. When it enters the battlefield, surveil 4. Wow. When you do, you may return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its owner's hand. So for 6 mana, not the best cost in the world, but 6 mana, you're usually getting to 6 mana in limited, no big deal. You get a flying 4/3 with flash. That's already fairly decent. But then it also surveils 4, and you get to bounce something to your opponent's hand. Yeah, that's... I mean, I don't know if it just wins you the game outright, because, of course, a 4/3 is not going to win you a game by itself, but the fact that it does 2 other things is... yeah, wow. Okay. The Sphinx deck looks awesome. I'm hoping that we can get some more Sphinxes. There's always like a couple, right, in every set. And this artwork looks awesome. Yeah, alright, I'm just a fan of that card. I do like the split cards, which you're supposed to read, I found out. We're used to the Amon Cat one, where it'd be like rags to riches, or blank to blank was the way you would read it. These are supposed to be blank and blank, so find and finality, even though you can only cast one side of it. So find, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. So for 2 mana, you basically get a better Macabre Waltz. Yes, please. And then finality, you may put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. So just 1 creature. Then all creatures get -4/-4 until end of turn. Wow. That's so much flexibility. That's so good. So you draw it. It either gets you your board back so that you can overrun your opponent, hopefully, or it's going to make one of your creatures permanently bigger, plus wipe the board, and hopefully help you get ready to either just have a game-winning undergrowth type thing, or just clear the board and win right there, while you keep your big monster on the board. That seems super strong for limited. Okay, and then another one. Response and Resurgence. So response deals 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. So 2 mana for a removal of, and it's nice that it's attacking, not tapped creature or whatever. So cool. And then Resurgence. Creatures you control gain first strike and vigilance until end of turn. After this main phase, there is an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase. What? So the 2 mana removal, you're going to play that in every deck that plays white or red. And then Resurgence. gives you another attack and main phase. I don't know if you can get any stupid crazy shenanigans going on in limited, but that sounds like there's some potential for some stupid crazy shenanigans in constructed. Yeah, these split cards. And if I'm wrong on like the blank and blank, definitely let me know, but I think that's how you're supposed to read them. But both these cards seem sweet. Like, real good. Okay, and then moving on to Niv Mizzet Parun. No. I like the art. He looks epic, as usual. 3 blue and 3 red. So 6 mana, you get a 5/5 flyer that can't be countered. Already, pretty sweet card. Whenever you draw a card, it deals 1 damage to any target. Alright, I can dig that. And then whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, you draw a card. Yeah, I would build a brawl deck around this dude like yesterday. Build a commander deck around him like yesterday. You got a commander that can't be countered. He plays off every single player playing an instant or sorcery spell. You get to draw cards, and then he has his own combo. You draw a card, ping something for a damage. Wow. Wow. There are so many cool cards already, and we're only... I mean, we're really like 2 days into spoilers, give or take. I'm a big fan of all these cards. All these, I mean, the only things the things I'm a little on are the fresh-faced recruit name. Pretty meh. The mentor mechanic still has me feeling underwhelmed. And, ooh, and this is uncommon? I mean, I get it's uncommon. 2/2 for a strike for 2. Yes, good. But the mentor ability, why? Why? Okay, moving on. Hypothesizzle. Hey, you gotta take chances, right? Let's not condemn it already, shall we? Shall we not? And then, okay, there were some stuff on Friday. I thought I remembered seeing something about this, but I think, if I remember correctly, these were just the Planeswalker decks. I mean, a 7 mana cost Planeswalker is usually Planeswalker deck material. 7 mana, 5 loyalty, +2, put a 1/1 counter and up to 1. Yeah, this is Planeswalker deck material. You can also tell because it's 269 out of 259. Shall we just read through them real quick? Sure. So Vraska's Stoneglare for 6 mana. Destroy target creature, you gain life equal to its toughness, and then you can search library graveyard for your Planeswalker. Got it. Attendant of Vraska, 1 black and green, you get a 3/3. If it dies, when it dies, if you control a Vraska Planeswalker, you gain life equal to its power. Sure. Ral's Staticaster, for 2, a blue and a red, you get a 3/3 with trample. And then whenever it attacks, if you control Ral the Planeswalker, it gets +1/+0 for each card in your hand. Well, that's not too shabby. Just swinging on in there. Ral's Dispersal, 3 and 2 blue, return target creature to its owner's hand, and then you get your Planeswalker of 6 mana, 4 loyalty, +1 draw card. Cool. Wait, what are their ultimates? Draw 7 cards, it deals 7 damage to each creature your opponent controls. Sure. And Vraska's, for each creature card in your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. -10. Yeah, not super exciting. And then Wary Okapi. This is not right. Yeah, this is not a Planeswalker or Planeswalker deck card. 149, 3/2 with vigilance for 3. Yeah, sure, why not? It's a card. Okay, and I think that was it. Just scrolling down. Yeah, we already went through all this stuff. So that's it. I mean, for it being the official, I guess this is the official day 1 of spoilers. Yeah. Honestly, there were maybe 2 cards that I'm kind of iffy on, but man, this set's feeling pretty powerful so far. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of strong cards. There's a lot of strong cards in this format, and if we revisit the initial assumptions that Surveil's going to be the strongest with the Dimir Guild, and then just under it I have Jumpstart, and then a little bit below that I have Convoke, and then a fair bit amount lower I have. Right now I have Mentor and Undergrowth tied, just based on those spoilers we saw prior to today. After today, I think Surveil is just up there, because 1, it seems to be the most consistently on those cards mechanic. It seems like everything we're playing that's anywhere near the Dimir Guild has Surveil on it, which is, I mean, that just seems like it's going to be stupid powerful in Limited. I'm still really curious about that. I want to not jump to too many assumptions, too many conclusions too quickly. But even Dimir and Foreman, I'm like, yes, that's an awesome 3-drop. Surveil 2, 1/4. I'm in. Anyway, Jumpstart. We didn't see any new Jumpstart cards, but we did see a couple sweet Is It cards. A couple reprints that, well, not a couple reprints, just one, right? This is definitely not a reprint. Yeah, Electromancer, but both of these cards I'm pretty high on right now. And if we do get a Niv Mizzet, yeah, I'm playing that for sure. And then Convoke, I think Convoke ticked up. Because seeing something like a March of the Multitudes, like, yeah, that's great name, amazing artwork for it. Exactly what Convoke's trying to do. Oh, we're a little behind. Stuff's looking a little dreary for us. Oh, by the way, I just created 9 White Soldier tokens with lifelink. Sorry. You know, that's exactly what Convoke's trying to do, is get an army out there. You want an army so that you can convoke stuff, so that you can convoke another army out. Boom. So Convoke's kind of ticked up, because it's looking like there's more power than just trying to get one big creature. Now we got options for just going wide, being unstoppable. Mentor ticks down for me, and Undergrowth starts ticking up, even if just like not doing anything. Like Azoni being a rare is a pretty cool rare. 6 mana, meh, but it's a card that can bring you back, as well as just give you a pretty sweet advantage if you are ahead. And Undergrowth seeming like it's going to have really strong synergies with it, as well as pairing well with something like Dimir. I could definitely see that combo just going super well together. But Mentor just still feels so, I don't know, there's something off about it. And if we look at every card with Mentor having a high power, it's going to be hard for that card to be mentored. Sure, it can mentor something, but if it doesn't have a target because everything's already caught up to it in power, or just already has an equal power, then you're losing, I don't want to say you're losing value, because it's a bonus, but if all the cards your opponent are playing are giving you more than just power and toughness on the battlefield, and they're giving you cards that creatures that end up trading with your creatures, the point of Mentor I'm seeing right now is that your creatures cannot be traded 1-for-1. Your opponent has to double block. That's how you get your card advantage. But right now it's looking like our opponent can play weaker cards that give them more value, like getting to search through their library, or get bonus value by getting more tokens or going wide, or something with Undergrowth. And that card can still trade effectively because the Mentor creature has such a low toughness. Granted, we've seen, what, 2 days worth of spoilers, so let's not jump to too many conclusions. And I get how it can be hard to balance, because if every card in Mentor has 4 or 5 power, and your opponent stumbles a little bit and you now attack and you've got them dead by turn 5 because you swing with 3 5/5s that they have no blockers for, because you're just overrunning everything so quickly. Yeah, I mean, aggro's super. I can imagine aggro's the hardest to work with in a limited setting, because you don't want to make it too powerful, too consistent with too many low cards, but you also don't want to make cards just so strong that they overrun whatever they're up against regardless of the situation. General statements brought to you by Mountain Man Magic. Overall, yeah, Mentor still ticked down because I'm needing to see more cards that make me feel confident that ability, that mechanic is going to consistently give me value like the other 4 seem to. Just gotta wait and see. Overall, though, all of these cards, the artwork I'm feeling, the general feel that they're going to work well together is still there. Even for Mentor, I'm still hopeful. I'm not writing anything off by any means. I'm excited to play all the guilds. I'm excited to see where all the guilds' power levels really end up. Like, is it going to be these 2 guilds are the best, these 3 are bottom of the barrel, or this 1 or 2 are bottom of the barrel? A lot of questions to remain, but this is why I love spoiler season, because you get to see new cards. You get to just think, what's going to happen? What's going to be the best? How much fun is this going to be? And right now, I'm just getting the gut reaction that it's going to be a lot of fun. So that has me really excited. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. I'm just trying a new thing out here, talking about this stuff off the cuff, gut reaction, initial impression, that type of thing. I think it's really fun to just check out the cards for the first time, share my reactions with you. If you are liking it, do let me know. But either way, I'll probably check in, make another one of these on Wednesday, depending on how many spoilers have come out. I appreciate you watching. Hope life's treating you well. And yeah, if nothing else, just see you in the next video. Peace.